Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be interviewing my mother with 10 questions about how she feels about computers in the past and how they've evolved into the present modern technology they are now. In our ICT unit, we've been exploring the history of computers and more importantly the early history about computers, like Alan Turing's first computer, the first computer in the world. I personally have been exploring more about her early video history of video games, which started with video games more akin to like tic-tac-toe, evolving into video games, simple video games like Computer Space and Pong. And then they've eventually evolved into the video games we know and love today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video about me interviewing my mother with 10 questions. I'll be asking you 10 questions about your experiences with technology and early technology. So my first question, how has your technology helped, like computers and phones, helped you throughout your career?
How does it help?
Yes.
First of all, I use a computer to do my resume, to write up my CV so I can send it to my, potential employer.
Yeah.
So, and that is much better than, say, you use your handwriting and write your CV or use a typewriter, because you can use different kind of fonts and make it look pretty. And yeah.
Modern technology as a whole, right? Obviously, it's helped us a lot, but how do you think it's also hindered us, like in some ways? Like, how do you think it's helped us or hindered us?
I think it's helped us in, tremendously. It helped us tremendously because it makes our life more convenient. Because with technology, for example, your mobile phone, nowadays it does so much more compared to before, when you have a landline and it's just a phone sitting there doing very little. Nowadays with a mobile phone you can not only make phone calls, you can do some research.
But how do you think it's hindered us? Like, do you think it's hindered us, and if so, how do you think it has?
I think it has somehow bring people more closer, like together. Say it brings people together if they live, far apart from each other. But for people who, because what I mean is, say I can call your grandma on Skype or on my phone using, communication app. Much more easier compared to before. We can do video conferencing.
Okay.
So communicating with people who live afar is much more convenient, with modern technology.
So how did you use?
But with like people around you, because sometimes it's so entertaining that say a phone is so entertaining, you forget about people around you because you're so attached to it, and you don't spend time with your friends or family who is right there.
How do you use technology in your education?
How do I use technology in my education?
Like computers or phones?
Computer or phones? Computers. Yeah, I use it to do research, to do my homework, to print out my work.
Yeah.
So
it was helpful in that front, right?
Yes, very helpful, because otherwise you'll be handwriting everything, and it will take a long time. And once you make a mistake, you rip it out, you rub it out, you do the liquid thing, the white thingy, and make a big mess.
Yeah. So when you were young and technology was still developing, like in its in developing stages, were there like some big problems you had with like the technology when you were young?
When I was younger, I remember we didn't have broadband. It was dial-up connection. So So you have to like your computer is connected to the landline, and you have to use a modem to dial up, and it has to connect to a server in order to get on the internet.
Yeah.
Sometimes it took a long time to get connected when it's like everybody is trying to call that number or something. And also it's very slow. I wish like nowadays you watch a movie online, you do you listen to music online, you can do a lot more online because the broadband has made it so much quicker, so faster. I mean, but back then it's very slow. Like even you do research, it'll take ages for a page to load.
So what right now, like in modern times, what do you like and dislike about the modern technology? Like specifically, just a few points, like things you really like or really dislike.
I really like my phone. That it's just that before I used to have to log onto my computer to get to my say get I have to log on my computer to do banking.
Is there a feature you really like and a feature you really like, or a problem that you really dislike? Is there like a specific feature you really like and a specific problem that you really dislike?
I really like how I can use my phone to pay bills nowadays, because you can go to PPAs, you can go to HSBC just to pay your bill, or look at your balance before you need to get onto the computer. It's so much more convenient.
So what was the world like without like this like advanced technology when it was still in the developing stages? Like how did you call your parents, or how did you do work, or like?
I had to call my parents like before I was in university. I had to call my parents using the landline. It cost a lot of money. Or when there was no email, we do fax, and it's also if you have to do international fax, it costs a lot. So internet has really saved us a lot of money when it comes to communication with people overseas.
Right now, if modern like this advanced technology was reverted back like when you were young, like we don't have these advanced computers or phones, do you think we could survive in a more world without this advanced technology?
Of course I think we can, because we've been there once, right? You just get used to it. You just don't do things more slowly, or get used to it.
Okay. So what is the most important, like the most influential person you think in like the advancement of technology?
I would say Bill Gates, because his Microsoft, system, what is it called? Microsoft company has created so many softwares that have been used so widely in the business world.
Yeah.
And
Okay. What's the first piece of technology you own? Like the first computer or the first phone?
I think the first computer I had was the IBM when I was like 13 or 14. Yeah, and it didn't do very much. I think you have to learn a lot of command before you can make it work, do something, print something. It was very basic.
Okay. And finally, to round it all off, what is your favorite piece of technology that you have now? The piece of technology that has been the most helpful to you, and the piece of technology that you like the most?
I think my favorite would be my iPad. Yeah, because I think I like how it is very portable, yet the screen is big enough for you to work with. Like when you pay bill, when you do some do some research, and when you have to reply email, that's very handy. So you don't need to go to your computer and the big chunky notebook, you don't need to bring it out every time. I think I would like, and it's also a very good entertainment piece of device.
Yeah.
You can watch videos, listen to music, even read a book.
Yeah.
On the iPad. So I think I would say iPad. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for answering my 10 questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As you can see, my mother believes very strongly that technology has helped us a lot over the years and it's evolved very well over the years. However, she also feels that sometimes we can be too sucked in to our devices like computers and phones, and that we should sometimes focus more on the world around us and socialize with other people. She thinks technology has helped us in a very convenient way, helping us advance as a species, but she feels like we can also survive without modern technology like computers and phones. I personally believe with this. I believe that we should spend more time socializing with our friends and not be so focused on technology. But technology is also invaluable piece of the technology is invaluable and helped us a lot in that advancement.